This week, you can join me on a bus ride through the highlands of northern Argentina, Salta region, while I have a conversation with Jose, a civil engineer from Uruguay and traveler at heart. This talk is about fleeting emotions, the feeling of awe, and just being present. As you can notice, we will be taken away by those feelings during our conversation, but it just underlines how beautiful it was, and I think it gives a special touch to this episode. Enjoy. Right.
It's running here?
Yeah, it's running.
Fine. Cool.
Yeah. I mean, we just met a couple days ago through Zoe. And I've got the feeling that you're... Oh, what's that? It's like guanacos.
Oh, yeah.
Or llamas?
No, the guanacos, it's like the 3 or 4 of them that they're the bachelor's party, you know?
Uh-huh.
Because the driver just told us that the 3 or 4 of them that you can see alone, they're all male.
They're all male?
Yeah, they are kicked out of the full group because there's only one full group. There's only one male for each group.
Oh yes, I noticed. I just know, but I know it. Ooh, to the left, to the left, to the left.
Oh. So, see that's the male one, and the other ones are the females, and the little ones are the babies.
I see.
I see.
Oh God.
Yeah. And the other are just like waiting for the turn to just the old man gets too old for them to just carry over.
But that's also the same with, I know in fact that's the same with bears and also with lions.
Yeah.
So, do you think the same thing would happen or does happen with humans as well?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah?
Like for sure. In the most indigenous tribes, probably the lost ones in Amazonas.
Yeah.
And probably just islands all over the world that we don't know.
Yeah.
They are all just way too heavy. Probably it happens like that, just one male or just like the male and his sons and the rest of the group just like this is what it is.
Yeah.
We can be very primitive in that way.
I think we might be distracted all over, so this conversation might be a little bit interrupted because we're just driving through this mountain range and I have to look at it.
It's fucking amazing. And even the road is just like fucking crazy.
I just forget what I want to say when I look at it and I'm just like...
It's nice. It's the best part, it's just blow away your mind.
Okay, let's have this up and then maybe we can continue after it.
Sure. We'll be back.
Alright, after that short photo break.
After that amazing view.
Yeah, let's just get back to what we wanted to discuss about. So, we had a very awesome view where there were like clouds in the mountains and everything was colorful, like the mountains were red, green, yellow, was overgrown with like bushes. We tried to capture this with the camera, but we just noticed it's not possible. And from there we came to the idea that the only thing that you can really carry with you is your memories.
And it's not only the memories, just the feelings that comes up with the memories.
Oh yes.
You just have the picture probably, or just a rock that you have, or just at the little bottle with sand of the 7-color hill. And it's that kind of like sparks the memory and the feelings. And like I was doing that, I felt sick, I felt happy. And that's where everything starts. You just can't capture everything in one single thing. You just need to make the puzzle.
Right, so what you're saying is that you need to have something like a piece that reminds you, that sparks the memory?
Not necessarily that you need to have something to, but it will help you complete the full memory. Like this conversation that we have, you will have it, you are recording it, so for that, the next time you hear it, it was like, oh yeah, we talk about this.
Yes.
Oh yeah, we were deep like that. and it just make you remember how we are talking, the tone of our voice, how my voice was because it said that when you forget a person, you never really forget a person, but after 3 months, you forgot his voice or his or her voice. That's the moment when you kind of forget the person.
That's deep.
Yeah.
But yeah, it makes sense. It's also that you forget habits after like 3 months. So there might be a magical number of things that you can look back upon that are like kept in another part of memory.
So everything that helps you reinforce the memory, not forget, it's just reinforce the feeling of the memory, is right there. Just the rock, the sun, the conversation, the food, the music, everything.
Right. And yeah, that works for me. But also another question that came up was, how was that with people that you have loved or that you met and you really liked them? When I look back at people that I met in my journey to New Zealand, which was like 8 years back now. Fuck. Yeah, I still remember them.
Can you remember the voices of the person?
No, not the voices, no. But the emotions that are attached to it.
Yeah.
Like, there's one girl where I just rolled up to the campsite.
Yeah.
And she was there with a guy and 2 other girls. And she was doing her laundry in a basket. And then went down to the stream to get more water. And I don't know what it was, but we just looked at each other and we knew that there was something without even like communicating. It was just in the look. And yeah, it got later. And so what I'm trying to say basically is that she is still in my mind, and sometimes I get back to this memory and I recall it and I can tell it and I feel everything that was there. But obviously I cannot really put that into something vivid. I cannot repaint this picture the same way I did it. I wish I could paint the image of those eyes again.
Yeah, I know. Like the first time you saw the feeling or the connection.
Yes.
Yeah, that's something that I cannot think I told you before. The best moments that you want to have a memory, a picture, or something, those are the ones that you probably can have as something to make them last. Last is not the word. It's like getting back to them, like with an object or something. You just got the feeling and the memory, and that will always stick with you because that was so precious for you. It's like last year I broke up with my girlfriend of 10 years.
Oh wow!
Yeah. Everything was my decision. I felt like we were kind of stuck, and the love just fade away. In a way, I feel she's still really precious to me, but the love I feel for her is not the same love that I want to feel for the person that I want to be with in that way. So it just kind of like transformed into something nice. But all the memories, all the pictures, and even that I have from her, I still have them because I don't want to lose those memories.
Like the good ones, yeah.
Yeah, I always want to reinforce those memories. When I'm sad, when I'm happy, whatever, just put more to that idea. And the memories that I have, or the moments that I couldn't really put into a picture, those are the ones that are more sticking to me. But there's no something physical, just the way it is, and just how it feels.
Okay, yeah, I understand that. So was it just like you lost each other over the time, so you moved apart, had different visions of what you wanted to be, or how did you
It's kind of weird because
figure out that you were not meant to be?
it's kind of weird because we are at the end of the day we wanted the same thing. But how we express love to each other and how we wanted to share the things wasn't really a match after some years together.
Yeah.
I'm a very expressive person. She wasn't too much. I wanted to do more things like together with her, and she was like more of a family person. So it's like I've kind of felt like a little competition there.
Oh,
with the
yeah.
family.
Yeah.
But it's not like there was a competition, and so it just felt like that. So with time, all those feelings started to make a ball, like a snowball, that it was bigger, bigger, and that made me try and change the way I felt love for her.
Do you have the feeling that snowball could have been avoided if you asked or talked earlier?
Yes, for sure.
Okay.
For absolutely sure.
So
That was one of our problems that we had. We didn't have too much of a communication. I mean, we talk a lot, but we really didn't like deep talk too much. And it's not like, and it was weird because when you deep talk, it's like it happens. The deep talk, you don't force the deep talk like this. You're just, hey, I want to do this and like that. And it's like, yes, but it was natural.
yeah.
With her, it was like more like, hey, let's talk about this, and we have to be very careful to not hurt each other. So it's kind of like a really tricky way. So
As soon as you have to weigh your words before you speak them, something is wrong. If you cannot speak openly and you always feel like you're stepping on eggshells or could step on something, I think then already something is wrong and you need to figure out what the wrong is. Like, do you know what I mean?
yeah, I totally agree. It's weird. It's not weird. It's. I think that's what I want for my next step, my next relationship, my next whatever, or even how I interact with everyone nowadays. As honest as I want to be, as soon as I can be, that's the way to go.
Yeah. Yeah, I also felt that the first day we met in the hostel, that you're that open, sparkling person, and you just want to express yourself.
It just felt nice to be like that. I want to tell you, I got like that little spark just put down to rest for a bit, and trying recovering that slowly. It's just it's the way to go.
Sounds good.
Yeah, it is.
Do you know that in Japanese there's a term for the feeling that you have when the sun is setting and everything is like in a different light?
No.
I don't remember the name for it, but it's a specific term, and Japanese has more of these specific terms for fleeting emotions as well. I think the only thing that we have in English is awe, or to be in awe.
Oh.
Yeah. But it's spelled different than O. It's like AWE. That's the only thing I think that resembles this moment of pause and oh wow.
Yes, it's just you need to stop from time to time just to appreciate this.
Do you have any idea why we have that? Why we have to stop and wonder at beauty? Like it could be the mountains we're in, driving through right now.
I just think it's just like all of this is natural.
Yes.
That's what's impressive. Because I'm a civil engineer, so I love all the structural stuff. I love how things are built. I love all that shit. But this is so natural, just random. It's not like something you can easily create with a bulldozer or a machine without taking 1 million years, probably.
Yeah.
Probably this took the same time or more, but it's there. We are living it now. very appreciated it down. Every part of it.
But I think, at least for me, I feel the same way when I'm in a church, like in Salta when I was in a church. I still also had it was a little bit different perhaps, but I still had that feeling of, oh wow, that's beautiful. And I just sat there for a minute or two, and one of those churches had like a dome where you could look up, and it had...
Do you know when those domes are like that?
No.
Because I think dates are kind of bad, but when a while ago, the mass was usually made in the center of the church, because the idea of the mass is for everyone, and to the guy that do the mass, to be at the same level as the people. So because God is equals, as Jesus Christ is equals to everyone. So it has to be pressed at the same level. And at the center of each table, you will find a dome, and you can look up, because it's the easiest way, or it's just how the people are telling God to bless the wine and the bread for everyone when we are eating. So when there's a part of the mass that says, ven Señor y bendice, porque esto es tu cuerpo y sangre de tu gloria eterna, something, amen. Well, that's the time when Uni and the Holy Spirit came down through the dome and just blessed the wine and the bread.
Yeah. Right, that makes it even more beautiful. I'm not religious, but it makes the picture more beautiful, because I looked up and it was like a mandala, like nice repetition, repeating shapes of blue and white. And I just stood there for another minute and just looked up and let it sink in. So, and also if I look at art in a museum, or if a beautiful girl just walks, I also have to stop for a second.
Yeah, to say wow.
Yeah. Not that I go up and like, you're beautiful. Well, sometimes, but I think it's the same underlying feeling to me, that we're just passing the clouds again now to the right, and
you can look at the bottom of the hill. Yeah, you can see the colors pointing down there. You will see it better when you do this.
Yeah. Like, that's what I'm talking about while we're passing it.
Just for the present.
Yeah. So, why do you think we have that? Why do you think we have that?
Lucky.
We're just lucky that we have that?
Yes. The humanity is shit. We are really eager to just destroy everything that we have. So it's just doing this.
Yeah.
It's like...
But why would you stop and... Like, what's the reason?
We go like this, just stop a moment and say, wow.
Yeah.
Well, for myself, and I think for myself at least, I can talk for you.
Yeah.
I feel like the way I was raised, or what I like of stuff, I like to take my time and to see nurturing stuff. However, I just like to lay down on the grass, or be like this, shut down the brain. I'm pretty good at shutting down my brain sometimes, and just say, why do I need to think while I'm seeing that? That's what's beautiful. You don't have to think to see any of this.
No.
We think too much.
Yeah, we do.
You don't need to think to see that. You just have to be amazed.
Yeah. I have learned that on my journey as well. That you'd rather think and not think, rather just feel and let it sink in than thinking everything through and conducting your life with your head doesn't make sense.
Yeah. It's just great. Try to start connecting all this stuff. Like you see all the stones right in front of us, right?
Yeah.
Like how they are like this,
Yeah, like
static.
like someone went down with a giant pickaxe on it.
Yeah, or just a whole water, but just rain.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And like this was a huge pool, and it's just like.
Mm-hmm.
And there is like a monastery. I don't think it's in Egypt that it was built inside one of those, and it's like a huge sculpture. So you have to hear those, and in other part of the world there's that, and it's like wow.
Do you mean like they built houses? They put them
Inside.
into stone? Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about. But I don't remember the name.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, it looks like it.
You can even use your imagination here. You know, probably this happened because when we were at Pangea, everything was stick together. I don't know, seismic, earthquake stuff, earthquake movements, seismic movements, and it was like just moving apart. Just one way to think about it, and you just want to get loose with the thoughts. You just can say it's one huge pool that just ran one way, and the water never came back to the same it was. And those are the back and forth of the water, just
The waves. Yes, I see that.
and just all the sea, just making its way through to just downhill the gravity.
Yeah. You can see a lot of creeks and rifts. But still, I ask myself, what's the benefit of human stopping and bathing in beauty, bathing in awe?
Like stopping it.
Yeah, why is that beneficial to us?
Well, for me it's not at all. Someone just progress to progress,
Yeah.
but the both of it have to coexist. So,
But maybe let's put it this way. If we had a person with this stop and look and one without,
yeah,
I would assume that the one without would be more efficient.
yeah, for sure.
And if we look at like natural selection, why shouldn't be the person without this, the more efficient one, be the one that succeeds?
I think that because if you look, there's a door there. What? There's a door there.
Oh yes,
We are going
maybe
to
that's your
Narnia.
house.
Maybe we can come in. Oh, well, that's creepy too, though. Well, the efficient one for sure would be the one that persists as it's better. It's not better, it's just efficient, the word itself, right? But if you only look for efficiency, I think you're just full of stress.
Oh yes,
And people
okay.
explode of stress.
Yeah, okay. And stress is bad for health. We know that.
Yeah, people die of stress, lose hair, get fat.
Yeah.
Just not necessarily fat, just unhealthy habits.
Yeah,
of the
yeah,
stress.
Yeah, because you just want to have a quick release, and that's usually
Correct.
the quick thing is not usually the one that you actually would need to relieve the stress.
Exactly.
But it helps for a short time.
But the best thing ever is that the one that wants to stop and look and the vision can't mix together.
What do you mean?
Like, the stop and look will not care about efficiency, and the efficient one will just try to do it faster, the fastest way possible. If they could mix together, you can protect all this and still have this kind of roads that we have to get to the center.
Oh, so what you're saying is if they mixed, then we would have the most beautiful world?
Yeah.
I agree. Because I have been to Paraguay, to the Jesuit Misiones.
Yeah.
Have you been?
I don't remember. Because when I came from a Catholic school, and we do a little bit of Paraguay to all the missions of the Christ and all the stuff. But I don't really remember if we reached the Arab. But
right. But maybe you remember the feeling that was there.
Yeah, that's for sure.
And that feeling was, I thought something like demigods lived there.
Yeah.
Because it was so beautiful. It just melted into nature. Obviously, now it's just ruins. But to me, it felt like they were really considerate with the places they picked, and also how they behaved and conducted themselves in that environment, and how they laid out their structure.
Yeah.
And when I was there, the guide told me that they usually had like a couple, like a handful of Jesuits, and the rest was just the Guarani families.
Yeah.
And the Guaranis were, before they encountered the Jesuits, were all just partying, living in the day, just heathenism.
Yeah.
And when the Jesuits came, they were just pure structure, pure no fun.
Excuse me.
Yes.
Eh? Oh, okay.
No, that's actually what we're talking about. So, and I think it gives what we're talking about a little bit more perspective as well.
Absolutely.
Right. So
yeah. So they make the houses. They put some kind of order.
Yes.
Their lives in a way.
Yes. And they ordered the life as well for the Guarani, and together they had this beautiful blend of society. They were super wealthy, like as a commune, and I think what you pointed out is the way to be.
There's this very religious movie. I don't know if you are into that, but as a kind of historical movie or documentary, it's good. I watched it when I was a kid, when they were teaching all this stuff, and it's about exactly that, how the Spanish came to with the Catholic idea, the Catholicism and stuff, to America, South America, and tried to like colonize in a religious way, and how they all mix together, and how there's like 3 or 4 people from Europe that just came and they're just teaching everything, and how all the tribes are just getting along with it, trying to how they finally can live together. But then the Spanish attacks, and you have 2 movements of the movie, like the peaceful way of the religion, and the more military way of the.
Yeah, I see.
Breathtaking.
Yeah. It's just crazy. So, to any person that is listening to this, what would you suggest to have more feelings of awe, to have this, to be able to catch more of those emotions? A, catch, and then B, keep. What do you think is the secret?
For me, it's just stop and look, and then understand the feeling you are having. If you can understand the feeling you are having, then you can just recreate it every time. And if you want to keep something to even help you when times are dark, let's do it. That's for me at least.
Right. To me, that's a round one. I'd say let's just cut it here.
Yeah, sure.
Enjoy the rest of the Sprite.
Okay. It was nice.
Thank you.